sport and leisure. Leisure means spare time or free time. Write, play, go, or do. We say do aerobics, not go or play aerobics. Do aerobics. Play football. Play football. Go jogging. Jogging here means الرياضة الصباحية أو الركض الصباحي. Go jogging. Play basketball. Play basketball. Do aerobics. Play football. Go jogging. Play basketball. Introduction to the passive. Passive means المبني للمجهول. The form. The form of the passive is to be plus past participle. The tense of the verb to be changes to give different tenses in the passive. So to be changes يتغير to give different tenses in the passive. Compare. The annual company dinner is being held next week. Here the word annual means السنوي. The annual company dinner is being held next week. Here being held is present continuous passive. Being held is present continuous passive. All the employees are invited every year. All the employees are invited every year. Here are invited is present simple passive. Present simple passive. Family members weren't invited last year, but this year they were. Here weren't invited is present perfect passive. Present perfect passive. Most people would love to be invited to the dinner. Would love to be invited is passive infinitive. Would love to be invited here is passive infinitive. The use of the passive. Passive sentences move the focus التركيز from the subject to the object of active sentences. So it moves the focus from the subject to the object of the active sentences. For example, Alfred Hitchcock directed Psycho in 1960. Here Alfred Hitchcock is a name of a director. اسم مخرج. Psycho هنا اسم فيلم. Alfred Hitchcock directed يعني أخرج the film Psycho in 1960. Here Psycho, which is the name of the film. Psycho, one of the classic thrillers of all time, was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. يعني Psycho هو فيلم thriller رعب. So here Alfred Hitchcock directed Psycho in 1960. And the second sentence, Psycho, one of the classic thrillers of all time, was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. The passive is not just another way of expressing the same sentence in the active. It differs. So, we choose the active or the passive depending on what we are more interested in. يعني نختار جملة الactive or the passive اعتمادا على الشيء اللي احنا more interested, اللي احنا مهتمين أكثر به. In the first sentence, which is Alfred Hitchcock directed Psycho in 1960, we are more interested in Alfred Hitchcock. احنا مهتمين بالدايركتور بالشخص اللي هو Alfred Hitchcock. In the second sentence, we are more interested in the film, in Psycho. So, Psycho has been moved to the beginning of the sentence because we are more interested in the film. So in the first sentence, we are interested in the director, Alfred Hitchcock. But in the second sentence, we are more interested in the film Psycho. So we moved the film from the first sentence. In the second sentence, we moved it to the beginning of the sentence because we are more interested in the film Psycho. Present simple and present continuous passive. The form of the present simple passive is am is are plus past participle, and present continuous passive am is are being plus past participle. It is mended, that is present simple passive. They are mended, also present simple passive. It is being mended, present continuous passive, and they are being mended is also present continuous passive. So we have the present simple passive, am is are plus past participle, and the present continuous passive is am is are being plus past participle. The use. The uses are the same in the passive as in the active. The same in the passive as in the active. My car is serviced every 6 months. We use here for habit. We use it here for habit. Is served. My car is serviced every 6 months for habit. Computers are used in all areas of life and work. That is a fact. That is always true. A fact which is always true is computers. Computers are used in all areas of life and work. That is a fact which is always true. Sorry about the mess. The house is being redecorated at the moment. That is an activity happening now because there is this word at the moment. So, sorry about the mess. The house is being redecorated at the moment. That is an activity happening now. We have number and dates. How do you pronounce the numbers and the dates? Numbers: 15, 50, 406, 72, 128, 90, 19, 850, 36, 1520. The dates: التواريخ 1995, 2020 or 2020, 1789, and the 15th of July 94. Again, numbers, we pronounce the numbers as 15, 50, 406, 72, 128, 90, 19, 850, 36, 1520. Dates: 1995, 2020 or 2020, 1789, the 15th of July 94. Thank you.